Right? Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom to the brothers and the very true sisters seeking and pushing Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, in truth and sincerity. Alright, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, right as I was in the Lord willing. The lesson be edifying, correct, and direct. Feed the lambs of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, Bahasham, Kakaraj. Alright, I'm the brother Adonia from the GMS Chicago branch, right? And, pretty much at the title of the lesson, the incoming persecution is necessary. It's coming, it's an upcoming time where, and it's referred to in the scriptures as Jacob's trouble. Okay, let me get this. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, and verse 5. Says, for thus saith Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Roger. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's troubles, but he shall be saved out of it. Okay? And this upcoming persecution, like much. It's the book of Acts, chapter 14, verse 22. Alright, so this upcoming persecution, alright, so it's a test upon, the world. That's what the Revelation called it. And, get it what it make. And only the elect are going to have the faith to withstand it. That's why the scriptures talk about those that gather faith for a treasure. That's why the scriptures talk about wisdom and knowledge going to be a stability at our times. Alright, because it's about to get weird. It's about to get very violent, very bloody, very nasty and horrendous, man. Alright, Jacob's trouble is the worst time ever on the earth, man. That's what we're about to live through, man. Alright? And only, like the elder Jeremiah always says, only those in the Psalm 91 covering, alright, those that make Yahweh, their refuge, alright, they're the only ones who's going to be able to survive through it. By what? Keeping the word, the works of Yahweh, it's the book of Acts, chapter 14, verse 22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. So this upcoming persecution, this upcoming time of trouble, it's really a test upon the world, and only the elect are gonna be able to successfully navigate it, man. It's a test upon Israel. It's a test of the world. It's judgment for the world, judgment for Israel as well. A test upon Israel, a test upon the elect, and only the elect are going to successfully navigate it. Through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua Mashiach, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon earth. The MOTB, which is the RFID microchip. Verse 11, behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. It's an upcoming event, and, it's a necessary thing. The worse that things get, the more glad we should be, man. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua said that it's certain is going to eat, man. And I pretty much got this because, Yahushua had to go through a necessary time of trouble. When he had to get crucified, we also got to go through a necessary time of trouble, man. But I'm going to just get Matthew 24. But, this is, I'm going to just read this. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 26, verse 36. It says, then cometh Yahushua with them unto a place called Gethsemane, and said unto the disciples, sit ye here while I go and pray yonder. And he took with him Peter and the two sons of Zebedee, and began to be sorrowful and very heavy. Then said he unto them, My soul is exceeding sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here and watch with me. He went a little further and fell on his face and prayed, saying, O my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt. Alright, and pretty much just got that because even Yahushua had to go through a time of trouble, man. Yahushua Mashiach, he had to go through a time of trouble, man. Okay? And we are about to be tested as well. Alright, and it's something that's unavoidable. You know, and shit. Wish it was a cakewalk to get to the kingdom, but it's not. Wish it was a cakewalk to get to that crown, but it's not. You know, wish we knew we are the elect, but we don't. You know, we just pray Lord will. Yahweh, Bashan, Yahushua, Mashiach, Rocket. You know, and that was it. You know, even Yahushua even had to go through a time of trouble. You know? Right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? Which shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Alright, and I'm just jump down to verse. Well, no, I'm just keep reading verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many. You shall hear word of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. For nation shall rise up against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted. It shall kill you. You shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Yeah, no new thing under the sun. Same way that the disciples of Yahushua were persecuted, in ancient Rome. The same way they're going to be persecuted and killed and revived Rome. Man. Okay. Cool. Alright, this is the book of John, chapter 16, and verse 1. It says, These things have I spoken unto you, that ye should not be offended. Yeah, because what? We look at as the low, outscouring things, the scum of the earth. That's what they look at, the men of the Lord, those that push righteousness. They look at you as the scum of the earth, man. You know? So it says, These things have I spoken unto you, that you should not be offended. Because what? We're not ashamed of the gospel. We're not ashamed of Yahweh. Verse 2, They shall put you out of the synagogues, ere the time cometh, that whosoever killeth you will think that he doeth Yahweh's service. Alright, verse 3, And these things they will do unto you, because they have not known the Father, nor me. But these things have I told you, that when the time shall come, you may remember that I told you of them. And these things I said not unto you at the beginning, because I was with you. Okay, and you know, pretty much, as we go further and further onto this upcoming event, alright, that's prophesied of in the scriptures, this day of trouble that's prophesied of in the scriptures. When it comes, it's not going to catch you unaware, it's going to catch the unbelievers unaware. Alright, they're going to get caught up in the judgment. Just because they don't believe it doesn't mean it's not going to affect them. No, this is about to be a thing that affects the entire earth, man. You know, all of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua's creations, man. Okay, get this Isaiah. Well, I'll get grab it here. It says, Isaiah 59:19, So shall they fear the name of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua Mashiach from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua Mashiach, shall lift up a standard against him. So you have nothing to worry about, nothing to worry about. The more that the demons turn up on these people, the greater that the Lord is putting the spirit on us and the protection and the hedge on us, and the greater that he allows us to shine, you know, in his name, alright? As glory unto him, you know. 2 Ezra 16:74, Hear, O ye my beloved, said Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua Mashiach, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Alright? All this persecution that you currently see, all you see is fucking simp niggas and ranty women talking shit about the Israelites. And it's not gonna stop, it's not gonna turn back, they're not gonna, maybe they're right. No, it's gonna get worse and worse to the point where they're gonna try to use force. And when they do that, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua Mashiach is gonna lift up a standard, a defense Alright, through the spirit, how he do it, miraculous, things that he do, you know. And then, Yahweh, Bashim Shai, Mashiach is gonna deliver us, man. So Allah Yahweh, Allah Yahweh Bashim Shai, it's an upcoming thing and it's not gonna catch the elect unaware, man. We're very, very much aware of that these people hate us, they love wickedness, and they want to put you to death. Understand that at all times. So that Lord will, Yahweh, Bashim Shai, Mashiach, right? That was me, Lord willing. The lesson was edifying, correct, and direct the people. Man, Yahweh, Bashim Shai, Mashiach. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, Bashim, Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom to the brothers and the very few sisters seeking and pushing Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, Bashim, Kakadash, and truth and sincerity. Shalom, Aquam, Yasharala, and the